the August 2025 examination diet. My name is Frederick Oluya, and I'll be your MC for the day. The program shall run as follows. We shall have the opening prayer. We have the remarks from the CEO, followed by the remarks from Chair Payet. We shall have the president release the results and make remarks, and then the Q&A session. It is our expectation that we actively participate and share our thoughts. So post your comments and questions at that point in the Q&A. It's also important to acknowledge that this is an hybrid and recognize the members' attendance online. We want to appreciate all of you for taking time to be part of these events. Ladies and gentlemen, let's humble ourselves as I invite CPA Sharon Lacarve to lead us in an opening prayer.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's humble ourselves for a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this morning. We thank you so much for this event. Thank you so much for our candidates and for enabling them to sit the August 2025 examinations. Father, Lord, we bring them before you this morning as we release these results. Lord, we pray against the spirit of anxiety and panic, that as they wait upon the results, oh Lord, may you give them calmness, Lord, knowing that you have their back in every situation. We thank you, Lord, that you take control over the whole event from start to finish. In the name of God, we have prayed and believed. Amen.
Thank you, CPA Sharon. Having handed these into the hand of our Almighty, I know a few people might be on tension, but your God is in control. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get opening the remarks from the Secretary and CEO of the Institute. Mr. Carter, you're most welcome.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. Good morning, everyone. Our dear President of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda, the Vice President and members of Council, together with the Chairperson of Public Accountants Examinations Board, you are all welcome to this function where we are releasing, or we are scheduled to release, the examination results for the diet of August 2025. It's my pleasure that I do these welcome remarks, especially to our friends, the press. Thank you so much for your continuous engagement with us. We don't take it for granted. We thank you for relaying our voice, our message, and ensuring that we participate in the space of building our economy. I just want you to remember that wherever there is a good finance team, that company becomes better. So wherever you see a good company, just know there is a good finance team. And if we want to make our economy better, we must ensure that there are as many accountants as possible in the economy. And that means the accountancy profession should be vibrant to support businesses and ensure that we can contribute to the development of Uganda's economy. As you already know, it's examination fever for those who may have attempted, but the prayer has calmed us and they should not fear the exams. Whether they passed or not, they should trust the Lord and ensure that next time it will be much better. For the press, One of the things we desire that you need to take note is that our examinations being modular, it does not necessarily mean that all those who start the course finish in the same period. The course allows you 10 years for you to articulate what is required to be done. And then within those 10 years, you can prove whether you can be a professional accountant or not. You can even take a break and do something beneficial for you and come back and finish. What we would like to see is that the course is attempted by people who are young, very young, so that there is more time to use the knowledge acquired. And that helps us to build the economy, because then you have as many people as possible supporting the young businesses as they grow, and you grow with them in your career. Without taking more time, I would like to use this opportunity to thank you for coming, and also to welcome our chairperson for Public Accountants Examinations Board to give us a remark.
The President, Vice President, members of Council, members of PAYEB present, staff of the Secretariat, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen in the room and those online, I welcome you today to the release of the August 2025 CPA results. On behalf of the Public Accountants Examinations Board, PAYEB, I take the opportunity to welcome you this morning to the release of the August 2025 examination results for the ICPAU course. PAYEB runs 3 diets in a year. We have one in May, in August, and in December. The results for the May diet were released in June, and today we are releasing the results for the August diet. The results for the December diet will be released in January 2026. And God willing, we shall gather here again to witness that again. Mr. President, I wish to assure the public that we are well on course on our plans for the 2025 examinations, having already concluded the 2 diets, that is in May and in August, and hoping to sit the next ones in November and December. On behalf of the board, I wish to remind the continuing students of the Accounting Technicians Diploma, ATD, that the December 2025 diet will be the last examination diet under the ICPAU, with effect with 1st January 2026, PAYEB will no longer conduct the ATD exam. All ATD students who will not have completed this course will be informed of the modalities of transferring to the Uganda Vocational and Technical Assessments Board, UVTAB. That's the examination regime that will now take over the ATD exams before the end of this year. Highlights of other activities. Mr. President, before I appraise you on the details of the results, I would like to highlight some activities that the board has undertaken to date. 1, we conducted a training of trainers workshop from the 17th to the 18th of July 2025. And this was in a way a follow-up activity after the master class we conducted last year. This is one of the board's interventions in trying to improve the quality of teaching for our students pursuing the ICPAU courses. I hereby take the opportunity to remind our recognized tuition providers that we shall be conducting training of trainers workshops every year because we intend to have more interaction with our tuition providers so we can devise means of meeting our students' needs better. Secondly, we conducted the second and the final master class for foreign accountancy qualification holders between the 21st and the 25th of July 2025. The foreign accountants qualifications masterclass was attended by 61 students, and all of them successfully completed the class. These will then be enrolled into the ICPAU Institute as practitioners. Details are attached to this appendix, to this report in Appendix 2. Included in these 61 are the 5 students who were unsuccessful in the last master class that was conducted last year. We have processed all the information regarding the master class, and we are now ready to communicate the results to the students. As we communicate the good news to them, we would like to call upon them to apply for membership and join our effort in developing the accountancy profession for excellence and sustainable impact. Mr. President and the members present here, we continue to engage students as one of the interventions to address student performance in various subjects of our courses. Our engagement activities are largely virtual and they are free of charge, and we encourage our students to participate. 2 engagement activities have been held since the release of the May Diet. The first was held on the 29th of July, 2025, and the second was held on the 30th of July, 2025. We registered a commendable number of participants, and we have organized more engagement activities that we hope to hold in October 2025 for students preparing for the December examinations. We encourage all students intending to sit the December examinations to attend these engagements because they play a crucial role in helping them understand the expectations of the examiners as they sit the exams. In a bid to help students prepare themselves better, we also conducted briefing sessions immediately before the kickoff of the August examination diet. The briefing sessions were held on the 19th and the 20th of August 2025. We intend to run similar sessions in the run-up to the December examinations. The details of these engagements shall be communicated in due course. I encourage our students to take advantage of these sessions to actively engage the students on matters pertaining to the upcoming exams. I'll now give a brief on the August 2025 examinations. The August 2025 examinations were conducted from Monday to the Monday 25th of August to Friday 29th of August, and these were held in Kampala only. For the May and December diets, we hold them countrywide, but for the August diet, we hold it only in Kampala. We had 4,615 students register for the August sitting, and we were under 4,249 candidates were able to sit for the various papers that were offered, representing 92.1% of those who had registered. We had a slight reduction of 3.5% compared to the 4,401 who sat in August 2024. The examination results. In level 1, we had 1,540 students who attempted the 6 papers, and 41.6 of these students passed the exams, in comparison to the 37.5 who attempted in August 2024. So we registered a slight improvement in performance this year. At level 2, we had 2,347 of these 1,034 students passed the exams, representing 44.1% of those who registered, in comparison to the 28.8% who passed in the August 2024 diet. Again, we saw a great improvement at level 2. At level 3, we had 2,016 students who attempted the papers. Of these, 453 passed. We noticed a lot of challenges at this level. So only 22.5 of the students who registered passed. And this was a slight decrease in comparison to last year, where we had 25.8. This being the last major level of the course presents a greater challenge to our students. And as an institute, we are looking for ways, we are devising means to help our students perform better. The last level is level 5, where we have paper 18, the integration of knowledge. We had 184 students attempt the exam. 86 of the students passed, representing 46.7%, in comparison to the 33.5 who passed in the last exam that was held in August 2024. The average pass rate this year was 36.4% compared to 31% that we registered in August 2024, implying a slight improvement of 5.4%. In general, there were some significant improvements at level 2 and level 4, and a slight improvement in level 1. Level 3 still presents a challenge, as I have communicated in my previous summary. There were some notable variations. For instance, there were significant improvements in paper 7, which is the financial reporting paper, where we had 29.7%. We had significant improvements in paper 10, that is the management decision and control paper, and the advanced financial reporting papers. However, the story at level 3 was a bit different, as you may have noticed by the performance that I've reported, for there was a decline of 3.3%. There were significant declines in paper 3, that is at level 1, that is the quantitative techniques, strategy, governance and leadership, audit practice and assurance, as well as advanced taxation. A detailed report on subject performance has been prepared by the examiners, and all the matters shall be discussed in the forthcoming students' engagement in October 2025 to deal with some of the causes of the decline in performance of the affected papers. Mr. President has already noted a total of 4,249 candidates at the August 25 examinations, of which 2,436 were female and 1,813 were male, representing a 57.3% against a 42.7% in favor of the ladies. They presented a total of 6,087 scripts, out of which 3,422 were female candidates and 2,665 were male. 2,213 of the total 6,000 papers registered passes, representing an overall pass rate of 36.4%, which was slightly better than the 31% that was registered in the August 2024 diet. A further analysis shows that 1,278 of the 3,422 scripts presented by female candidates registered passes, representing a pass rate of 37.3% for female candidates. Likewise, 935 of the 2,665 scripts presented by male candidates registered passes, representing a pass rate of 35.1% for the male candidates. When we look at the pass rate for the candidates that were attempting papers for the first time, we observe that at level one, 311 of the 640 passed. And at level two, we had 294 out of the 1,034 scripts, representing only 28.4%. At level 3 and 4, however, the corresponding passes on first attempt were 132 out of 453 scripts, and 46 out of the 86 scripts, representing 29% and 53% respectively. When we do the analysis according to the pass rate per age, 330 students, 14% of the total, who registered passes were scored by candidates in the age bracket of 18 to 24 years. 40% of the passes were candidates in the age bracket of 25 to 29. 11% of the candidates in the age bracket 35 to 39, and the remaining 5.3 of the passes were scored by candidates of 40 years and above. Not to discourage those in this age bracket, I believe that even after 40 years, we can still achieve the dream of attaining the certified public accountant's professional certificate. What is significant to note here is that the bulk of the passes, that is the 1,518 of the 2,213 registered passes, these were scored by candidates in the age bracket 25 to 34. Again, these represent the majority of those that are already in employment and are seeking to grow their careers. So we encourage individuals to start on the ICPAU course early enough to give you enough time to complete the course. Mr. President and the members present, I would now like to present to you the top candidates per paper that was sat. At level 1 for financial accounting, our best student was Esther Treasure Chirabo. For paper 2, economic and entrepreneurship, we had Umar Chambade. Quantitative economics, we had Conrad Mark Oroma. For management and information systems, we had Zion Rubarema. For business and company law, we had Bolton Atusasire. Cost management and accounting, we had Melinda Edina Kabalisa. Congratulations to those who excelled in level 1. At level 2, for financial reporting, we had Adrien Asingwire. We had, for financial management, we had Christine Karunji. For auditing, ethics, and assurance, we had Alan Marvin Namoni. For management decision and control, we had Mercy Priscilla Kwaga. And for taxation, we had Raymond Chimbugwe. Again, congratulations to our candidates who excelled at level 2. For level 3, we had Joel Ayiko excelling in advanced financial reporting, that is paper 12. We had Josephine Chirabo excelling in the public financial management paper 13. We had Sheila Ainembabazi excelling at paper 14, strategic governance and leadership. We had Hope Naijuka excelling at advanced financial management, paper 15. We had Fiona Nalwanga excelling at audit practice and assurance, paper 16. And then we had Deborah Mamanzi excelling in paper 17, advanced taxation. Again, congratulations to our students that excelled at level 3. At level 4, which is the final paper in the ICPAU course, that is paper 18, our best female student was Gloria Ngabirombo. Our third top student was Lillian Akugizibwe. Our second top student was Gloria Ngabirombo, who again was the best female. but our overall student and top student in paper 18, integration of knowledge, was Alan Semfuma. Congratulations to our finalists and the top performers in paper 18. We noted that female candidates took up most of the top positions, specifically paper 14. The 21 top positions were taken by female candidates, and the remaining 7 positions were taken by the male candidates. In regards to the course completion, we registered an increase of 17 students compared to the 80 students who completed. I beg your pardon. Regarding course completion, we had 97 students complete the course compared to the 80 who completed the course in the August 24 diet. Out of these, 57 of the students were female and 40 were male. The cumulative number of students who have completed the CPAU course has now reached 5,580. A list of finalists is attached to this report for your reference, Mr. President. In closing, PAYEB congratulates all the candidates who passed their examination papers, the top candidates in the various subjects, and those who have completed the CPA course. The board sincerely thanks the examiners, the invigilators, the security officials, and all service providers, as well as the Secretariat team for their contribution to the success of the August 2025 examination diet. It is now my honor and privilege to invite you, Mr. President, to release the August 2025 examination diet results. I thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson PAYEB, CPA Nancy Amuge Owino. It's now my pleasure, by the powers granted to me under the Accountants Act, to release the results for the exams of the August 2025 diet. And I think we can have a photo moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the official release of the CPA August examination results here at the Protea Hotel, Skies, Nagoro. Let's welcome the President for his remarks.
Thank you, MC. Good morning. the chairperson PAEB, members of council present, and I'll go through the names because this is a new council. CPA Ann Nantumwe, CPA Christine Mugume, our Vice President CPA Alfred Kabuchu, Nancy Owina has already been introduced, and CPA Sandra Bate. Members of the press, the Fourth Estate, staff of the Secretariat, ladies and gentlemen in your various capacities. On behalf of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda, I take this opportunity to thank you for being present at the release of the August 2025 examination results. Thank you all for joining us, both physically here in this room and also online as well. We acknowledge you. We appreciate your support to the accountancy profession in Uganda in your various roles. I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the top candidates of the 2025 examinations diet and all those who passed their examinations. Congratulations. Your hard work, dedication, and perseverance have paid off, and you should be proud of yourselves. Use this energy to push yourselves to the next level. It is now time for you to join us on the prestigious side of the global network of CPAs. For those who have completed the course, your testimony that the CPA course is doable with commitment and hard work, and perhaps to a little extent, a little luck. As finalists, you can now become associate members. Associate members will be connected with the Institute while obtaining the requirements for full membership. Enrollment is free. Please log into your ICP account to join associate membership. For those with all the necessary requirements for full membership, please apply and enjoy the full benefits of being a CPA. To those who might not have achieved their goals, I wish to applaud you for attempting the exams. Remember, setbacks are part of the journey to success, and you have another opportunity to try again at the December diet starting today. I wish you the best of luck in your next attempt, and by all means, never give up. I would now like to give a few updates from the Institute. We have the 2025 Accountancy Service Awards. They will take place on the 3rd October 2025. And for the first time this year, they will be celebrated as a standalone event. You may all recall that this was part of our annual seminar activities, but this time we are having it as a standalone event. The Accountancy Service Awards recognize individuals and organizations making outstanding contributions to the profession, both in Uganda and beyond. Since their launch in 2015, the awards have continued to evolve, updating categories each year to remain relevant and inclusive, recognizing not only accountants, but also other change makers shaping the profession and our society. For awards, the Institute will hold the 15th edition of the Financial Reporting Awards in partnership with the Capital Markets Authority, Uganda Securities Exchange, and Vision Group, under the theme Sustainability Practices and Reporting in Uncertain Global Times. The awards provide a platform to showcase how organizations are adapting and improving the quality and relevance of their sustainability corporate reporting. Since their inception in 2011, more than 1,000 organizations have benefited from the awards through benchmarking, professional feedback, and national recognition, all at no cost to the participants. Entries are open until 30th September 2025. Submissions may be made online via our website by delivering 3 hard copies to our offices. I encourage every eligible organization, whether public, private, or non-profit, to participate. As the national professional organization, research is one of our cornerstones. We have a strong desire to grow the body of knowledge for professional information, to support evidence-based innovation and research-driven reforms and data-based policy formulation. We are therefore introducing an annual research conference to provide a platform for accountants and other researchers to disseminate their findings of their studies in accountancy-related research. The first research conference will be held on the 14th November 2025. And during this conference, we will disseminate the results of 2 ICPA studies, which were commissioned in 2024. These are one, factors affecting performance of CPA subjects, perspectives from students, graduates, tutors, and examiners. You will appreciate that we are also curious about why students struggle with certain subjects. So that's why we're undertaking this research. The second area is cost-benefit analysis of implementing the IFRS for SMEs accounting standard in Uganda. That's International Financial Reporting Standards for small and medium entities in Uganda. Other researchers will also have the opportunity to present their papers. Therefore, researchers, practitioners, policymakers, and graduate researchers are encouraged to submit their abstracts to the Institute for the opportunity to be selected to present their papers during the first research conference. I again encourage you to visit the ICPAU website for details on how to participate. As I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to express my sincere appreciation to everyone involved in the administration of our examinations, the examiners, the invigilators, the secretarial staff, and the media teams that help amplify our work. Your commitment guarantees the smooth delivery of the examination process. I thank you wholeheartedly. And once again, congratulations to all our successful candidates, and to those who are not successful, please never give up. Failure is not the end. Please, you are welcome again in December to try again. I thank you very much.
Yeah, let's offer another round of applause for that guidance from the president. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that you have been very keenly listening. We then move to our next session, the Q&A, where we expect you to share your thoughts with us. Feel free to post your question for those online. We shall be reading it and responding to it. And for the members present here physically, we welcome your question at this point so that the council members here present will be able to respond to you. Yes, as we wait, we do believe the questions are coming. I also recall that quite a lot of advantages and opportunities have been communicated for tuition providers to stand out. The chair, Payeb, has told you, it will be a yearly event that we train you on the best mode of deliveries, that you become part of the strength for a student to excel in their accountancy journey. Yes. So we're waiting for any other questions. I could also still echo that to my friends, the students, you've also gotten a very great opportunity that the institute do value you and organize the student engagement session that you'll come and tap from the expert advice on key challenges and the strategies that you can adopt in order to, go through the terrain of those papers that you're undertaking. Well, yes. Let's get the first question from here.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm Deogracius Savimana. I work with UBS TV. You want me to put it closer? You said you are carrying out research on students' performance in these exams, which fortunately I've never attempted, but they don't seem to be easy. I have observed that people who are young tend to perform slightly better than those ones of my age, people who are above 40. And I have also observed that people who, the female gender, they tend to perform slightly better than the male counterparts, according to your tabulations. So my question is, as you carry out this research, apart from what we are seeing here, what else do you want to confirm since the research results are already showing here? Thank you so much.
We appreciate if you may take one more and then we get to respond to. Yes, thank you.
This is obvious.
Thank you. My name is Rose Namala. I work at Radio 1 and Kabos Kobili. I would like to get an explanation on the slight reduction of the 152 students compared to those ones who sat in August 2024. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. I think the members are still reflecting and thinking of the possible question. Maybe we'll invite the response to those two.
Hello. I think I'll try to answer the first question. Need research. Needs to be scientifically proven that where this struggles, and we can only prove it scientifically by carrying out research and trying to confirm what seems to be obvious. But of course, you're right that over time, yes, the government has been keen on affirmative action, and we are seeing the results. We have more ladies in the education space. Then on the issue of age, I think you'll appreciate that as we grow older, there are more responsibilities. A fresh student has very little distraction as they read. And normally the older people are the ones providing for the younger ones anyway, because they all have parents. So it is just natural that your son will outperform you if you went to class together. I think your son or child, yes. Yeah, so I think that's my take on that. The second question was on the slight reduction. To be honest, we don't have a definite answer on that, but we are also trying to find out what could have happened. But perhaps this is an election year, and it's not far-fetched to think that some of our candidates might have got an interest in politics, and this might have proven out the numbers. But that's not a given. It is just food for thought that we are going to the elections and this is a busy period, so perhaps people are pursuing other prospects in life. Then they come back and attempt the exams. But even that we have to confirm. Thank you very much.
Right. That seems to hit it on the note. And we look forward to more questions. Perhaps this will become our next research topics as we just to investigate some of the challenges that we may get appropriate intervention going forward, in addition to those that are in progress. Maybe look at the online audience and figure out a few questions for our response. Patricia online is interesting. Doesn't ISPAO give a refund when a student pays for exam but misses out for various reasons? Then we have Nasumba Jovia. You're asking, why is it that the registration date from August to December limits the one doing in August to wait for exam release to register for December, yet deadline is 30th September? I don't know whether I need to read more. We first pause here for your response.
I'll leave the second question for the CEO, but on the first, why don't we refund? Because normally by the time you can't show up for the exam for whatever reason, we have already incurred our costs. And we have already spent that money, so it's really difficult to refund, because we planned on the basis that you are going to come and show up for the exam and all material was prepared. So if for whatever reason you cannot turn up for your exam, the cost has already been sunk. I'll now let the CEO take on the second question.
The dates for examinations are set knowing that students are able to plan accordingly. They are not set for students to attempt all the 3 dates, that you'll attempt May, then August, and then December. But still you can. And if you are that type of student, then it's assumed that you have to study August subjects when you are studying those you are going to attempt in May. And then you sit off some in May and you carry the rest to August. In the setting of those dates, it's not our plan that you should actually attempt August and attempt December. But if you happen to be ready, it is okay for you. If you look in at the 2 dates, May and December, they are almost equal from the date of release of exams to the date of sitting the next session. And those are the 2 major ones which we believe can help every student to attempt fairly. The August session is to help those who missed May, but they would also like to progress more. So the question of whether the date release of exams is not so short, given the closing window of 30th September for registering to sit in December, the answer is no. You still have, today's 22nd, you still have 8 days to make up your mind whether you really want to attempt exams in December or not. And there's even a window for late registration, but it has a surcharge of 50% of the charge. Deliver the professional exams.
just asking, and in case they're not clear, we encourage continuous interaction, but you need to get it right. I've got two other questions here. From Dane, he's saying, why is the CPA Uganda not taking exams to foreign countries like South Sudan? It has become very expensive for us traveling from South Sudan to Uganda for every sitting. That's from Dane. Then we do have Patrick Ogwal is making a comment. I think the 3 hours is not enough for most students as they leave exams room without completing. I wish you could extend the time to at least 3.5, even 4 hours. Your response to that. Thank you.
Judged with the nature of the paper, the capabilities required, the strengths and weaknesses of that paper. And that's how the examiners come up with a set time. But the most important exam everyone undergoes is the one you have in the field. Because in that field where you are, time is set by you and you have to answer to that time. Now the one for the examination is just to test you to be sure that you can comprehend in that time you have. Is it too large? Too long? I don't think so. Too small, too few? I also don't think so. It's just enough for the set paper. That's why you find that for the integration of knowledge, you have more than 5 hours attempting it, given the bulk of the question and the standard of answer you are required to attempt. And for the rest, 3 hours, 15 minutes is enough. I don't know which one you'd like to, but probably you can write directly to ICPAU Secretariat with clarity on the examination's time, which paper, which time, and then it can be brought to the attention of PAEB, Public Accountants Examinations Board, and they assess and see whether your aspect or your point of inquiry can be considered. Now, about exams in other jurisdictions, I'm not a colonizer, but that's Derek Ngaja. I'll take it to the council for guidance and PAEB. But each state has its bodies. And that's why you see we don't have exams in Kenya because there is a body. We don't have exams in Tanzania because there is a what? A body. If you desire to have exams in a territory that's not Uganda, we can work around it, but it will be at a cost on your side, not at a cost of the normal costs of handling exams in Uganda. Because as far as concerned, but the chair of PAEB is here, can overrule my thinking. Public Accountants Examinations Board was set up for Ugandan environment. I don't know whether, yes, people can say this is a service, but no, we are training for national development. That's the way I look at it. And
One more question from this audience, please.
Thank you so much. My name is Solomon Lubambla from Power FM. I'm just wondering why PAYEB is dropping ATD. Why the transfer?
Thank you. May have one more if then can allow the response.
The transfer of accounting technicians diploma course to formerly UBTEB, currently UVTAB, is to align with the government policy. If you can recall, government policies that all diplomas should be assessed or examined started by UBTEB, but now it is UVTAB. And so having known that that's the policy, and we had, the board had put in accounting technicians diploma as a mitigating gap, a mitigating measure given the gap that was there over 20 years ago, to align accountancy profession to what the training was all about. It was time to pass on that diploma aspect to the right body. The emphasis now will be more on professionalizing the entire spectrum of accountancy training, working together with all those other bodies that are responsible for the segments, the segment of the diploma, the segment of the university, and then the icing of the cake at the profession at ICPA.
That clarifies it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to appreciate and really in my own evaluation of the host, I should say you met expectation. In fact, you exceeded. A round of applause for yourself. Yes, your interactions shows that you are keenly following and you actually value the institute and what you're doing with the institute. Want to appreciate you for setting your time off and for being a very great audience. Well then, yes, it appears like it's a burning question here. We will not leave any question before we actually wind up. Please ask.
Thank you so much. Sorry for taking you back. My name is Emorud Francis from the New Vision. I think the secretary mentioned, I don't know who mentioned exactly, but about the candidates who failed. Do they have an opportunity to redo the exams? That's the question.
Thank you. That's a good one.
Thank you so much. Yes, the candidates who fail the exams have an opportunity to retake the exam. So there is a fee for that, of course, but as an institute and as PAYEB, we have come up with some remedial measures, especially to help the students that are struggling with the course to improve on the pass rates, especially for those subjects that you have noticed have been poorly performed at level 3. So the institute is coming up with interventions. We have student engagements that we have before the examination diets. We had an engagement earlier in July, and that was to address the August examination intake. And in October this year, we are going to have another engagement with the students to address those issues. And we hope to have feedback shared from the examiners and the markers to report to the students where we have noticed the weakness and how we think they can better perform in the December 2025 diet. So yeah, the Institute is very invested in all our students, and we encourage those who have not passed this time, not to give up, like the president said, but to come and give it a second try and to partner with us to ensure that we register more pass rates. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair Payeb, and to the council members here. We then want to still once again to say thank you, and thank you so much, everyone who have been part of this event. We continue with the interaction. Feel free to reach out, like the CEO had guided, and we share knowledge and improve on this practice together. For this time, we'd like to close this session, and we shall have the press interview taking place after this session. I want to appreciate you all and wish you a great journey into becoming accountants. Thank you so much.